With the second pick in the 2022 CFL draft, the Ottawa Redblacks select Zack Pelehos, offensive line, University of Ottawa. BC, you're now on the clock.
We're going back to their Ottawa Redblacks roots, choosing an offensive line. A little bit of a surprise to see an O-lineman go this early, but you know, the reality is this is a team that, while they addressed offensive line during free agency, you look at the Canadians, Hunter Stewart, Darius Sirocco, Jacob Ruby coming in, you also want a young pipeline in terms of those guys, and Pelehos being a local guy, University of Ottawa guy, kind of fits something that they are trying to build, adding some young depth behind those experienced guys that they signed in free agency.
Yeah, big body. He was the best athletic testing offensive lineman at the regional combines, went to the national showcase. He had the highest testing score overall at the national combine as well. The pride of Gananoque, Ontario, has made his way to second overall as he gets an opportunity to fit in pretty quickly into that lineup because, yes, you do have names like Darius Sirocco and Jacob Ruby, Hunter Stewart across the line. They have rebuilt, they have dedicated themselves to offensive linemen at Canadian positions. But really, this is about him being able to find a spot quickly in this line. Like I said, they're not drafting for a future here. And Pelehos, to me, screams somebody that they think can play pretty quickly and compete with Darius Sirocco, who they signed over in free agency. Yeah, so Sean Burke said about Pelehos, he's nasty. It's all about football. He loves to compete. And look at the best two teams in football last year. And this is where Sean Burke come from. He came from Hamilton. What was their offensive line? Yep. They were big, they were nasty, and so were the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. This is the identity in Berkey's first draft they're trying to establish here by going and getting maybe the nastiest interior. He'll play guard likely in his first year, and at some point, I think they have the hopes of maybe having him play tackle. But right now, he'll probably come in and play guard, and he'll be nasty and be a starter likely from day one.
Yeah, I mean, this is great as a guy who's been on this steep development curve. Pelehos is a guy who played for the GGs in 2018, was actually academically ineligible 2019, obviously no season in 2020. So he went a couple years without playing, came back 2021, obviously a strong season for him. But you mentioned, Marsh, we have a guy going second overall who wasn't invited to the national combine initially. He had to go through the regional combines because he wasn't that well known because of that time missed. So he's been a rapid riser, but you look at the way he's developed, again, after missing a couple of years, he continues on that trajectory, and that's something that they've got to be excited about in Ottawa.
I'll just say quickly here, Farhan, that he was the team MVP for the Ottawa GGs in 2021. Not the offensive line MVP, the team MVP. Like, that's the type of leadership stuff that if you're going to draft somebody early, yeah, they can be a great athlete, they can be a good fit, but you need somebody who can help lead a locker room moving forward. Yeah, he's young, but he's got a huge upside.
You're doing something on film, and with the whole team is watching and seeing you enough to vote you the team MVP. That's impressive.
Yeah, and you talk about his ceiling, Marshall. I mean, when you consider he's missed those 2 years, he's played a total of 17 collegiate football games, so his best football is ahead of him.